Tag somebody, man. Let some folks know we are in the building. It is time for Jumpstart Live. Brother Chris Oos, what's up, my brother? Ms. Antoinette, Tanangela, Crystal, Nikki, Brother Mike, Brother Chad. Come on. We in here. Those of you who are joining us by YouTube, if you would, let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. Hey, Miss Nancy, Brother Jimmy, Miss Desiree, how are you, ma'am? Good, 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 good. Stephanie, what's up? Stephanie, I've not been seeing you, young lady. And Dedriana, I have not been seeing you either. Have you guys been working diligently? Is that why I haven't been seeing you? Have you been serving? I got a feeling that's what's been going on. I just want to make sure. Tanangela, what's up? Are you in the sticks? Good, 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 good. Hit share. Give us that thumbs up on YouTube, man. Yeah, yeah. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to roll? Y'all ready to talk about what we talked about? Huh? Um, we started talking about finishing strong. Finishing strong, man. And I gotta tell you, like the more I look into this, the more I look at this, um, the more I discover how important it is. We're basing everything that we're talking about on Philippians chapter 3, where the Apostle Paul says we want to forget those things which are behind and we want to press forward to those things which are ahead. Um, and yesterday, we started diving into this, and we talked about how Paul said, "I press." He said, "I press." Today, I want to dive into this idea. He said, "This one thing I do," and I know I kind of put the cart before the horse yesterday, but hopefully, I don't think I'll lose you as we are talking about this. He said, "This one thing I do." He starts out by saying this, and I want you to notice, and this is important. I want you to notice that he didn't say these 50 things I dabble in. He said, "This one thing." Somebody put this one thing in the comments. He said, "This one thing." Come on. Say this one thing. Not these two things, not these three things, not these 100 things, but he says this one thing I do. Um, we're talking about finishing the year strong, uh, and one of the things that I have to do if I'm going to finish the year strong is I have to refocus myself on what matters right now. See, when I say finish the year strong, I know us, and I know the people. Uh, I know the people that God's called me to serve. You're go getters. Come on, somebody. You're hustlers, and I don't mean that with a negative connotation. You're not sitting around and waiting for life to happen. Most of you are making life happen. And when I talk about finishing strong, yesterday some of you went and sat down and you wrote out a list of 50 things you want to do before the year is over. Pastor, I didn't write 50, I wrote five. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna try to do 50 things before the year's over, and you're gonna get to the end of the year and none of them are gonna be done. See, if I'm going to be effective, if I'm going to finish strong, right? See, part of the problem is we don't prioritize. We allow our attention to be scattered everywhere, and if to refocus means that I got to stop scattering my attention, and I have to set my eyes on the one thing. Come on, you got 3 months, and you trying to do 50 things. Hello, somebody. You got 3 months, and you got 100 things you want to accomplish in 3 months. Well, if you hadn't accomplished 10 things in 9 months, am I getting too personal? Am I getting too personal already? Y'all know I got messy tendencies. I see you, Dedriana. Y'all know I got messy tendencies. But am I telling the truth about it? Huh? I'm scattering my attention everywhere, as opposed to setting my eyes on what matters the most. Paul says, this one thing I do. Watch this. You ready for this? Here's why I'm pressing on this. Because who aren't failing because of lack of talent, who aren't failing because of lack of effort, but we're failing because of lack of focus. Whew. We live distracted lives. Huh? Listen, and distraction is the enemy of destiny. I told you before, I tell you all the time, your enemy doesn't have to destroy you if he can distract you. Because if he can get you distracted, then you'll destroy yourself. Destroy your time by being distracted by dead scrolling. Come on, somebody. Destroy your image of yourself by being distracted by your comparison to everybody else's image. Whew. Come on. Destroy your purpose by keeping you distracted by chasing things that look urgent but are not important. If he can distract you, he doesn't have to destroy you. You'll destroy yourself. All that your spiritual enemy has to do is just make you busy. Come on, somebody. Just make you busy. Well, Pastor, what's wrong with being busy? You busy? I know you busy, Pastor, because you ain't called me back since the last time. I text you. Took you a whole day to text me back. But here's the problem. You ready for this? Here's the problem. I'm not saying that busyness, that there's anything wrong with busy. You ought to be busy. You ought to be busy. But here's the deal. Just because it's urgent doesn't mean that it's important. And for many of us, we're busy chasing the urgent over the important. You might be guilty of this if you find yourself stopping everything because your phone buzzed. Woo. And then you look at it and you find out, oh, that's just a notification from social media. Oh, wait, that person liked my stuff. Oh, wait, that person inboxed me. Oh, wait, that person DM'd me. And there you go. Now you lost in reels for 45 minutes. I might be talking to you if you find yourself running into every family drama or workplace argument like you're the designated relationship firefighter. You appointed yourself in charge of putting out relational fires for everybody. Whoo! I might be talking to you if you find yourself chasing errands that can wait. And then when it's all said and done, you don't have any energy left for what really matters the most. I might be talking to you if you find yourself defending yourself against every criticism somebody throws at you, instead of just staying faithful to the assignment that God gave you. And here's the danger. Here's the danger. Meanwhile, while you're putting out fires that God never made you responsible for, your purpose is burning. Woo! Come on. I said, you've made yourself the firefighter for buildings and things that God never made you responsible for. And meanwhile, your purpose is burning. Your prayer life is burning down while you're busy putting out everybody else's little fires. Your calling is up in smoke while you're running into fights that were never yours. Your assignment is smoldering because you're spending all of your energy on distractions. Come on, somebody. Paul said, this one thing I do, not 100 little things, not every fire that calls my name. You have to realize that not every fire is your fight. What good does it do for you to busy yourself putting out everybody else's fire while the flame of your faith is going out? Am I helping anybody this morning? Huh? Listen to me. When your attention gets scattered, the impact that God wants to do through your life gets shattered. I said, when your attention gets scattered, the impact that God wants to do through your life is shattered. That's why some of us feel so busy and yet so empty all at the same time, all the time. Exhausted but not effective. Why, Pastor? Because we filled our schedules, but we're not fulfilling our purpose. I had to upgrade my computer last year. And the reason why I had to upgrade my computer is because the one that I had wasn't running at the speed that I needed it to run. But I'll never forget that there was a time that I thought I needed to upgrade it before. And I took it to my IT dude, And he looked at it and he said, Pastor, you don't need to upgrade your computer. He said, it's not time for that yet. He said, I said, well, it's running so slow, like it's not keeping up anymore. He said, yeah, because you got too much dead space. What are you talking about, dead space, dude? He said, you've got too many things on your computer that are taking up the space that it needs to run. Too many things that don't matter anymore to what you're trying to get done. He said, and you don't need a new computer. You just need to get rid of the stuff that don't matter anymore. He said, for instance, he said, when I pulled up your internet, he said, you had 30 something tabs open, Pastor. He said, you got all them tabs open. That's going to slow whatever you're trying to get done. It's going to slow it down. He said, you got to close some of those tabs. He said, as long as you got all those tabs open, everything's going to slow down. I said, yeah, you're right. Because the other day, all of a sudden, music started playing from my computer. And I was like, where in the world is that music coming from? It was a tab that I had open and started playing commercial out the blue. And I was like, wait, scared me. Watch this. For some of us, that's the problem in our lives. We've got too many tabs open. Whew. You've got too many tabs open in your mind. You've got too many tabs open in your time. You've got too many tabs open in your that are getting your attention. Bible says in James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Some of us are not double-minded, we're quadruple-minded. Whew. We're not double-minded. We're 50-minded. We have our mind on 50 different things that we're trying to get accomplished and can't figure out why we're unstable. Come on, somebody. If a double-minded man is unstable, you can't figure out why you're going crazy. You can't figure out why you can't sleep. Come on. Paul said, this one thing I do, not 50, not 10. He said, this one thing I do. Watch this. Scattered light will warm you up, but it takes focused light to cut steel. It's the same energy, but it has a different focus. A flashlight will light up a room. It's scattered light. But you take a laser and you focus that light through a laser and it'll cut through metal. What's the difference? Focus. It's the same thing with your light. The problem isn't that you don't have enough light, is that your light is leaking in every direction. Woo! You got to line up the light. You have to put all of your energy on the assignment that God's giving you in this season. Come on. You have to make it laser sharp, laser accurate, laser powerful. Listen to me. Scattered people drift. Focused people drive. Lord have mercy. I said, scattered people drift, focused people drive. You don't want to drift, you want to drive. Huh? You listen, you don't need more energy, you need sharper focus. You can't finish strong with if your focus is weak. Why does this matter, Pastor? Because you if you don't learn to practice energy management, see, you keep saying I'm tired, I'm worn out, I don't have anything left in the tank. Maybe the problem is not that you don't have enough energy, it's that you're not focusing your energy. You're wasting your energy on all of the wrong things. God says in the Bible, He gives us a measure of strength. Every day, God gives you a measure of strength, a measure of focus, a measure of grace. Now, if you spend that measure fighting battles that aren't yours, chasing distractions that don't matter, pouring that energy into things that don't produce fruit, of course you're going to feel drained. Listen, it isn't just about having more energy. The question is, are you being a good steward of the energy that God's already given you? Woo. Am I helping anybody this morning? We oftentimes talk about stewarding what God gives us well. How are you stewarding the energy God gave you? Huh? Are you managing your minutes in a way that gives God glory? Are you managing your moments in a way that gives God glory? Are you managing your time in a way that gives God glory? How are you managing? How are you stewarding the energy that God's given you? For some of us, it's like pouring water into a bucket with holes in it. Of course, you're empty. It's like driving a car with the gas pedal but stuck in gas pedal down, but it's stuck in neutral. Just burning fuel, but not going anywhere. That's the way many of us feel. Constantly burning fuel, but I'm stuck in place. Am I helping anybody this morning? Listen, your energy is a gift from God. Why are you wasting it on nonsense? Your energy is a gift from the Lord. Why are you wasting it on things that God never called you to? Ooh. There are things that you are doing with the young people say now. You ought to say, I'm not giving that any energy. I'm not giving that any more energy. God's only given me so much energy. I don't have enough. God, I would be a bad steward if I gave my energy to gossip. Whew. I would be a bad steward if I gave my energy to breaking up stuff and stepping into stuff that I didn't cause, I didn't contribute to, and that God never called me to. Am I helping anybody this morning? Well, Pastor, I don't give my energy to gossip. Like my energy goes to good things. I just really don't have enough energy. Listen to me. But just because you give your energy to good things doesn't mean you give your energy to the best things. And listen, if you are ever going to be effective, you got to learn to stop being scattered by a bunch of good things. And you've got to start locking into the best thing. Listen to me good. With the power of God, you can do anything. But God never promised you that he would help you do everything. Whew. I'm going to let you sit in that one for a minute. I said, with the power of God, you can do anything. But nowhere in the Bible does God promise you that he will help you do everything. Lord have mercy. And if you try to chase everything, you'll end up missing the very thing that God actually called you to do. That's why the Apostle Paul said, all things are lawful for me, but not all things are beneficial. Are y'all with me this morning? Huh? Jesus told Martha in Luke chapter 10, verse 42, he said, Martha was running around busying herself, doing everything. Mary was sitting at the feet of Jesus, enjoying time with him. Martha got mad and told Jesus, Lord, I'm over here preparing, getting everything together, tidying up, running around like a chicken with my head. That's the A. Nathan Young version. Running around like a chicken with my head cut off, making sure everything's done. And look at Mary sitting over there chilling out like ain't nothing going on, like we ain't got chicken to cook, and like these greens ain't on the stove, and like these clothes don't need to be washed, and like these floors don't need to be swept. I'm trying to tidy up and make sure that everything is in order for you. And she just sitting over there with her lazy self, spending time with you like we ain't got stuff to do. And you know what Jesus told her? Mary has chosen the better part. Look it up, Luke 10:42. He says, Mary's chosen what's better. Listen, you ought to be in the place where you don't just want what's good, you want what's best from God. I don't just want what's good. I want God's best. I don't want activity in my life. I want effectiveness. I don't just want motion. I want movement. Come on. I, I'm I've had enough of the treadmill. Lord have mercy. I've had enough of the hamster wheel. Huh? I've come to the place in my life where I realize that the good can become the enemy of what's best for me. Woo. Huh? That's right. I don't just want busy, I want purpose. Listen, I'm going to say it again. With God, you can do anything. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. But I'm going to make it clear again. God never said he would help you do everything. There's a difference. You can do anything God calls you to do. But what you can't do is everything that everybody asks you to do. Oh, I'm going to say it again. So you can tweet it, Twitter it, so you can Insta post it, Facebook it, make it a screensaver on your phone, put it on your desk at work. I can do anything God calls me to do, but I can't do everything everybody asks me to do. Listen, you are not graced for everything. You are only graced for the assignment that God gave you. And the key to finishing strong, why are you saying this, Pastor? Because the key to finishing strong is not trying to be everywhere and doing everything. It's locking in on what you know God told you to do. Can I push it? If I can push it, say push it, Pastor. Come on, if I can push it, tell me. Y'all know I like for y'all to tell me. I like for you to say, if I can push it, that way when it sting, you said I could do it. Can I push it? Huh? Somebody say, go ahead now. Somebody say, push it. All right, I got one that said push it. I'm gonna push it. You ready? Maybe that's why God hadn't stepped into your situation yet. Maybe it's not that he's ignoring you, but he's waiting on you. What do you mean, Pastor? Because he told you that with him you could do anything. And you're trying to use him to do everything. And what you're missing is that God is not obligated to carry what he never called you to. He'll strengthen your calling, but he's not interested in helping you strengthen your clutter. Ooh. He'll strengthen your calling, but he's not interested in helping you make your chaos better. He'll strengthen your calling. But God is not interested in stepping in, helping you keep your confusion going. Lord have mercy. And so here you are crying out to God, asking him to strengthen you, asking him to keep you, asking him to open doors, asking him to hold you up and work it out, and so on and so forth. And God's going, you're waiting for me to step into some stuff, and I'm waiting for you to step out of some stuff. Ooh. And I'm not stepping in until you step out. Lord, what do you want to want me to step out of? I want you to step out of all of that stuff you had no business stepping into anyway. Lord have mercy. Like what, Lord? You've raised your kids. You were a good father. You were a good mother. You gave them everything they needed. You taught them. You told them what to stay away from. You told them what to do and what not to do. And now they're adults and they're making decisions, and you are stepping in, saving them from the consequences. And God's going, you keep asking me to step into this stuff, but I can't step in until you step out. What? Am I helping anybody this morning? I I can't step into your kid's marriage until you step out of it. Whoo. Come on. I can't step in and save them until you step out of saving them. Woo. God says you're stepping into relationships that I never called you to. Woo. It's about to get messy. You want me to step in and save a relationship that I told you not to get into from the beginning. You knew he was no good in spite of the fact that he made you feel good. You knew she was no good in spite of the fact that she makes you feel good. And I called you away from that poison, but you like the way it tastes. Now you want me to help you save something that I've been trying to save you from. Lord have mercy, Jesus. You've got relationships that I never called you to, commitments that I never asked you to step into, responsibilities that you picked up because you feel guilty, not because you were graced for. I'm going to leave you alone, but let me tell you this. God will never fund what he didn't authorize. He'll never anoint what he didn't assign. Why are you asking him to carry it when he never called you to it? Am I talking to anybody this morning? But the moment you let go of what God never asked for and focus on the one thing that he asked you to do in this season, all of a sudden you'll find his strength showing up where your strength was running out. Woo! Paul said, this one thing I do. One thing. You asking God to help you juggle 20 things that he never called you to. Oh. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go. Just because I fill my schedule, that doesn't mean I'm fulfilling my purpose. A full calendar does not equal a full life. And somebody needs to hear me. Jesus didn't come to give you busyness. He came to give you fruitfulness. He said in John chapter 15, I chose you and appointed you that you might go not and be busy, but go and bear fruit. What's the difference, Pastor? Busy makes me feel important. Fruitful makes God look good. Busy drains me, but fruitfulness multiplies me. Busyness is about activity, but fruitfulness is about effectiveness. And many times we confuse activity with assignment. We confuse motion with movement. See, here's and I gotta say this. I gotta say it. It's messy. I'm pushing it, but I gotta say it. Sometimes we use a packed calendar to hide an empty calling. Because the reason why we pack our calendars is because deep down we're running from what God really called us to do. We'd rather be busy than obedient. We'd rather fill up the day with noise than to sit still and face what God is really asking us to do. Sometimes the packed calendar is really just a smoke screen. It makes us look productive to ourselves and others, while at the same time, we're avoiding the one assignment that God actually called us to in this season. And here's what you need to know. You cannot drown out the voice of God with a busy calendar. Woo! You can't drown out conviction with a packed calendar. Lord have mercy. Sometimes the reason why our schedule is full is because our surrender is empty. Huh? And busyness nowadays has become a socially acceptable way of running from God. But here's what you need to know. Just because it's accepted socially doesn't mean that it's accepted in eternity. A busy calendar isn't going to get God off of your conscience. Am I helping anybody this morning? Or y'all quiet? Y'all don't like it. So let me press in. Come here, parent. You're running from place to place instead of being at home in the evening, being the parent that God called you to be in this season. And meanwhile, my kids aren't getting the foundation and the stability that they need from me. I've got a full calendar, but my children are starving for my presence. Oh, come here, husband or wife. I'm signing up for every project, every overtime shift, every committee. But watch this. But at the same time, I'm neglecting the husband or the wife that God called me to. And I lie and say I'm doing it for my family, but the truth is my family would rather have me than rather than have all of the extras that I'm chasing. Oh, woo. Come on, come here, ministry worker. Come here, come here. I serve in 5 different ministries. But what I'm not going to do is, the truth is, I serve this much to cover the sin or the personal disobedience that God's been convicting me about. Why? Because it's easier to look busy for God than it is to be broken before God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come here, come here, come back. Don't run from me. Don't run from me. Tell you like my daddy used to tell me. Don't run from me, son. Huh? Come here on the job. I'll say yes to every meeting, every client, every opportunity. Why? Because it makes me feel important. But I'm so busy making money that I don't have time to make a difference. Lord have mercy. Huh? And if we're real, when it comes to our homes, sometimes the reason why we keep saying yes to everything out there is because we don't want to face what's broken in here. Ooh. In my home, I'm running from the chaos that my neglect has created. So I'll volunteer for another project. I'll stay late at work. I'll sign up for another event. Why? Because it's easier to be busy outside than it is to be faithful on the inside. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to say this and I'm gone. You can gain applause from the crowd. What good does it do to gain applause from the crowd and lose the respect of your own children? What good does it do to make a name in the office and your spouse doesn't even know you anymore? What good does it do to be celebrated in public and crumbling in private? Oh, your family don't need another excuse. They need your example. They don't need another gift card from your overtime pay. They need your guidance. They don't need more stuff. They need stability. Woo! Why we do this, Pastor? Because it's way easier to look busy than it is to be broken. It's easier to look busy for God than it is to be broken before God. Because if I don't have to slow down and deal with what's actually going on inside of me, if I can just stack my calendar so full that I never have to sit still before God so that I won't feel convicted. If I can volunteer for every project so that I look spiritual, while at the same time avoiding that sin that God's been wanting to deal with. Whew. I'll serve at church as long as I don't have to surrender in my house. Oh, man, Pastor, listen, brokenness is harder. What does brokenness mean? It means admitting, Lord, I don't have it all together. Lord, I've been neglecting the things that you've called me to focus on. Brokenness means slowing down and getting before the Lord and saying, Lord, I need you to search me. I need you to stretch me. I need that needs to be some of our prayer this morning. I need you to strip away some of the clutter that's been helping me to avoid you. I need you to show me where in my life I've been using stuff to avoid surrender. Listen, God isn't interested in drawing near to your busyness. He only wants to draw near to your brokenness. Lord ain't impressed by your schedule. He's only ever impressed by your surrender. Your activity impresses people, might even impress you. But activity doesn't invite God. Brokenness does. You can fake busy, but you can never fake brokenness. It's easy to pack your schedule. It's easy to hide behind activity. The problem is easy won't make you whole. It won't make you fruitful. It won't set you free. I have to stop letting life pull me in every direction. And I got to start pressing into the right direction. I got to stop wasting my energy on stuff that doesn't matter, on arguments, on offenses, on distractions. And I got to start investing energy into what matters if I'm going to finish strong. I got to stop looking at everybody else's race on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook and on Twitter. I got to start running the race that God put before me. I got to stop waiting for a perfect moment, and I got to start moving in this moment. Because this last quarter of the year isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right thing. I'm challenging you. Father, help us to fix our eyes on you, the author and the finisher of our faith. Lord, we don't need a new year. We need a new focus. Help us to stop giving our energy to everything and start giving our energy to the right thing, to the best thing. Lord, keep our eyes forward. Keep our focus sharp. Keep our minds locked into you so that we can finish this year strong. We recognize that our energy has been given to us by you. Help us to be good stewards of it, to use it in a way that gives you glory and brings you praise. We want to worship you with our lives. And we thank you for choosing us to do so. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. God bless you. I kept you way longer than I wanted to. But I appreciate you hanging in there with me. If you hadn't done so already, if you would, hit that share button. Hit that share button. Give us that thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Share that link with somebody. Thank you to all of you who have shared, to those of you who support this ministry all the time. I really thank God for you. I really do. You not only support it by hitting share and giving us that thumbs up, but you also invest financially. I hear from you all the time. I hear from your friends all the time, how it's blessing them and how it's making a difference in their life as well. So thank you so much for spreading the word. If you say, I want to sow financially into this ministry, Pastor, how do I do it? You text the word give to 985-260-8411, or you can go online to communitych.com/give. And if while you're there, you want to support me personally, just do the love offering thing. I love you all. I thank God for each and every one of you. And if it's his will, I'll see you tomorrow morning on Jumpstart Live.